Welcome back, people. Today we will learn about for loop in Python. When we are using Python programming, there are times when we have to iterate over a list or a string and access each items in the list. We can use the for loop to do the same. For loops are used for sequential traversal. For example, traversing a list, tuple, string, dictionary, etc. In Python, we have the for in loop, which is similar to for each loop in other languages. So, this is the format in which the for loop should be written. So, let's go learn for loop with an example. First, we will declare the list of numbers. So, we have a list called num and it has 5 items in it or elements in it. Then we will print the list. Now, if we run the program, you will see the output is the list itself. Now, if you want to print each item in a separate line, then we can use a for loop. So let's see how we should do that. Here, x is called a loop variable or an iterator. You may think that we can use a while loop for the same purpose, but the code would be a little longer. So first, let's run this program and then we will see how it is different from while loop. So let's run it again. So as you can see, each element of the list is printed in a unique line. So let's see how to do the same with using a while loop. Let's comment this first and then we will use a while loop. Before that, we have to initialize a variable called I whose value is 0 and then use while. So this is the code. This is the same code using while loop. This is so now you can see why for is much easier to traverse across a sequence of elements or a sequence of items. So let's run the while loop program. It gives you the same output, but only the program is way bigger. Now, if we compare these two approaches, you would definitely say the approach that includes for loop is way better. So with for loop, in each iteration, the item variable will automatically hold one value of the list. While learning about for loop, it is essential to learn about break and continue statements. So what is break and what is continue? With break statement, we can stop the loop before it has looped through all the items. And continue statement is used for stop the current iteration and continue with the next iteration. So now we will see an example for break and continue. First, let's see about continue. Now we have a list called fruits and it has three elements: apple, banana, and cherry. Let's use a for loop. We will also write a code for break. So now we have two code, a code, one with continue and one with break. What do you think will be the output? Pause the video and try to guess it. So it's another one now. Before that, let's print. Now we will run the program. First, for continue statement, the output is apple and cherry. So how does it work? First, the for loop traverses through this list. The first element x gets the value of apple. It goes and checks if x is equal to banana, but it is not equal to banana. So it prints x. Next, it gets the value of banana. Then it checks if x is equal to banana and it is true. So the continue statement gets executed, which means the control of the loop goes back to the first line, that is here. So now x gets the value of cherry. So banana is not printed and x gets the value of cherry, and cherry is not equal to banana, and so print x, that is cherry, will be printed. So that's how the continue statement works. Now for break, first x gets the value of apple, prints apple, and checks if x is equal to banana, but apple is not equal to banana, so it continues. Next, x gets the value of bananas and prints banana, then checks if x is equal to, that is banana is equal to banana, which is true, so it breaks. So the control gets out of the loop, that is, it's gets out of the for loop. So that's why cherry is not printed here. So now I think you would have understood what is a break and what is continue. Now it's time we learn about the range function. We use the range function to generate a sequence of numbers. Range is a built-in function just like print, input, etc. We can pass a value to the range function. Let's say we pass a value of 5 to the range function. It will return a range object. A range object is an object that can store a sequence of numbers. So let's assign it a variable number. So number is equal to range of 5. Now number is the range object and it will contain the numbers 0 to 4. 5 will not be present, and let's print number. So the output is range 0 comma 5. This is the format of output if the range object is printed. So what if you want to print every element in the range? To see all the numbers in the range, we can iterate the range object with the for loop. For loop can iterate over any object that represents a sequence of objects. The output will be from 0 to 4. So the range function accepts 1, 2, and 3 values. If we supply two values to the range function, the first value is considered as the starting value and the last second value is considered as the end value, and the end value will be excluded. Let's print this. You can see numbers from 0 to 9 and 10 is excluded. As Salzari said, the range function accepts three values also. So if we give a third value, let's say 2, and this will act as a step. Let's see how that works. Let's run the program. You will see only the even numbers or the numbers with the step of 2 is printed. So now you know how to use the range function with 1, 2 and 3 arguments. We will often use the range function as a part of the for loop because we don't need to store the result in separate variable. We can call the range function directly in the for loop like we did it here.
Thank you for watching. Do like, share, and subscribe to Supporting Tech.